Hey, what's up, fellas and ladies, if there are any ladies watching. I had said before that I was going to start making videos of me cooking in the truck. I like to cook. I've always liked to cook. And for me, cooking in the truck saves me a little bit of money on the road, and I know what's going into my food. So we are going to make rigatoni with a tomato meat sauce. Okay, I'm going to be fumbling around a lot. I don't have anything set up. This is done on my phone. I just started making videos, as you can probably tell. But I am here in my truck, and I can. All right, so what do we have over here? We have the rigatoni. When I cook in the truck, I usually tend to cook enough to last me a couple of days. So that way I cook once during one of my 10-hour breaks and I can eat for 2 to 3 days. So we're gonna do rigatoni, my favorite spaghetti sauce, some seasoning. I got some minced garlic, and I have 1 pound of ground beef. I'm not gonna use the full pound of ground beef because I'm also gonna make tacos later. But anyways, that's enough jibber jabber. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we are going to also need my onion. This knife, it's called an edge keeper. I got it at Walmart, which if you can't tell, I shop at Walmart a lot. I like this knife because it is a chef knife and it has a built-in sharpener in the handle. So y'all that didn't work at a kitchen or don't watch cooking shows, this is one of the easier ways to actually get a nice semi-uniform dice on your onions. Just score it as far down as you believe you need for your onions. Score it down one way, turn it, score it down the other way, so you're making little squares. And then when you set her up and you start cutting it down, you're actually just cutting dices instead of slices. Make sure you don't cut your fingers. There we go. So my onions are ready to go. I'm gonna take my 1 pound of ground beef. I use half a pound, so I'm gonna cut it right there on the center. There we go. Half a pound of beef, and it's just gonna go straight into the pot, and you'll see that it is actually cooking. Here, got a nice sizzle going on. So now, constantly move the phone, but you know, slowly but surely. All I'm gonna do is break up the meat. Got a nice picture of my trash bag there, trash can. So anyways, just breaking up the meat, get my head out of the way. Let that cook down for a little bit. And I have made pot roasts in here with potatoes, onions, carrots. I've made beef stew in here. I have made carne guisada, which is basically Spanish beef stew. I actually got out of my comfort zone and I made Chinese food in here. I made beef and broccoli. And then I put, took everything out of this pot, put it into one of my Tupperwares, and then I made steamed rice. I've also made Spanish rice in here. For those that know what I'm talking about, arroz con gandules, or yellow rice and pigeon peas. Let's see what else. I made a pork loin in here. I've made stewed chicken, or pollo guisado. And you can see that this is actually putting out a lot of the grease. That's fine. It's fine with me, because that's going to help with the onions cooking. So now I'm going to stuff on. I'm going to add the onions. Make sure I got it. And I'm just going to cook this until the onions get a little bit soft. Give it a nice little stir. That way everything's in contact. If I had some mushrooms, I'd put that in here too, but I didn't pick them up. And while that's going, I'm also going to go ahead and put in garlic and seasonings. The beauty of having a refrigerator is you get to keep all the stuff in your truck at all times. So, onions, garlic, putting in a big spoonful of garlic. Oh, sazon. If you don't know what this is, look it up, try it. It is the bomb. It says it right there on the bag. A little magic in little foil packs. This adds color and flavor. Of course, we're not going for color since we're using the pasta sauce, but I used the whole pack. Adobo is basically all-purpose seasoning. Okay, you can see here, this one says with pepper or in turmeric. So basically this is your salt and pepper all in one. They have very many different versions of it. You can get them at most Walmarts. The one thing I will tell you about cooking in these pots, over-season. Over-season, because you will be putting liquid in there and you can lose some of the flavor. So we're gonna give this a stir. You can see how it's adding adding some nice color to the onions and the meat that comes from that one little packet. All right, so everything's mixed in. I'm gonna throw this whole 1 pound of the rigatoni in. And I'm gonna put, like I said, the whole kit and caboodle of noodles right in there. And I'm also gonna put the sauce in there now too. So, because I didn't buy mushrooms, I have the Prego with the fresh mushrooms. And just put that on top. So, put this in here. You can still hear everything is still cooking. Shake it up to get all that goodness out of the jar. And pour that in. All right, you can see, hopefully see where the water level is. So I'm just gonna bring it up till it covers the pasta. Give everything a nice little mix. All right, so everything's got a nice little mix on it. I'm gonna take my spoon. I'm gonna taste the liquid to see if it needs anything. What I'll do is I'm gonna add some more salt and pepper mix. Remember, when you're cooking in one of these, you want to over season it, because a lot of that seasoning will disappear or it'll taste like it disappeared. All right, we're back. As you can see, she just turned off. Now, don't put towels over it. Just slide it over. So far, let's see, took me about what, maybe 2-3 minutes to prep. Cooking time was 14 minutes total, and it took about, say, maybe 3 or 4 minutes for it to build up pressure. So 14 plus 3 is 17, plus 4 is what, 21 minutes? 21 minutes later, we're releasing the pressure. We're gonna open her up, take a look at her, take a look at what we've created. All right, it's dropped down. Now it is safe to open. Even though there's still steam coming out, that's just the heat from the food now. Pressure has been released. Spin her over. Open her up. All right, grab my handy dandy spatula. And we're gonna give this a nice mix. There you go. It's done.